Hi and welcome to the Bryophyta Nursery in Sebazan, the foothills of the Pyrenees, Mediterranean, France. We grow about 50 species of moss, liverwort and lichen. Today I want to talk to you about a very special rare moss. It's called Alpine Rock-moss or Andreaea alpina, and it is an amazing red, fiery moss that lives on slate rock. It's a medium acidity, low humidity, and it enjoys full light. So it lives in full sunlight. There you are. So let me just get a closer look. This is a dehydrated piece of moss. We dehydrate it when we ship it to you. We dehydrate it so that it doesn't mold whilst it's being shipped. And upon arrival, what you would do to use this moss is rehydrate it. So just pop it in a little plastic dish and rehydrate it. And once it's rehydrated, you can really see the amazing colors that this moss has. It's a auburn, fiery, orange, purple, red, yellow, and that's the older moss, and the new growth moss is a vibrant lime green color. That's the sort of green haze that's on the top there. So this is an amazing piece of moss for any kind of terrarium. I would not suggest it for vivarium, as it is quite a loose carpet. And animals and insects might easily destroy it. It would get very messy very quickly. But it's an amazing moss for any living wall, moss garden, rock garden, as it is quite an easy moss to propagate and grow. And like I said, it is low humidity, so it can get dehydrated and come back with a very small amount of water. And it enjoys full light, so you don't have to worry about making shade for it. There you go. So this Alpine Rock-moss, like I said, its preferred substrate is, excuse me, slate. So it grows on slate rock. So we have made a substrate for it, which is made out of slate sand, compost, and river sand, and it has a small amount of gray clay in there as well. Because we want, once it's humid, this will hold together nicely because of the clay, but it has enough aeration because of the river sand, and it has its preferred substrate, which is slate sand. So it has slate gravels and slate sand in it. We also sell the gravels, the slate gravels, medium-sized pieces and larger pieces. If you need even bigger pieces because you're doing a very big piece for your terrarium or your showcasing moss, we can also organize for bigger pieces. You can just write to me, and I would take photographs of the piece of slate, weigh it, and tell you how much it's going to cost and how much it's going to cost to send it to you, no matter where you are in the world. So how to propagate this moss? So once it arrives, you buy it. It will arrive as a carpet of dehydrated moss. You then rehydrate it, and you can take it apart quite easily. It's a moss that comes apart quite easily once rehydrated. So you can see, actually there's a piece here. Actually, I'll take it from here so you can see the full process. As you can see, this moss has a very short root system. A very, very short root system. In fact, it's really rather tiny. I can just, there, you can just see it on my finger there. So small root system, long branches, and small growth can grow from the bottom of the stem and actually the top of the piece. It can grow from anywhere along the stem actually, because this moss in nature would just fall and repropagate itself. It does readily make spores as well, in the right circumstances. So we sell spore discs, which can be mixed with the substrate, made into a carpet, and it would grow from a spore, or like I'm showing you, to propagate it from the carpet. In this greenhouse, I'm actually making an installation piece. So this is how I would make a carpet of a single moss, is by separating it and planting it in rows, just like you see here with a different moss, or here with a different moss. And that way it would grow into a carpet. But that's not what I'm doing here. I want to show it off as a piece. So let me show you how I would make this using the Gravel's larger slate and medium-sized slate. So I would take interesting pieces like here, and I would start by let's say I would start with a piece, like a nice piece of slate here, and I would make a position for the slate. Now I've put this at an angle, so I want to lift the substrate up against, so that will hold in place. So that's going to stay where it is. Then I'm going to say, right, I want a little piece of moss here. So I'm going to just tuck it in the roots, press it up against the rock, and then push some substrate around the roots. I would get some smaller pieces and start tucking it in around there. So you want it to be interesting, so you want the pieces of slate to go in all different kind of angles, so, and not all slanting in the same way. Let's have a piece that's going off in a different angle completely, you know. And then here another little piece of moss. And because I've made a little hole here, I'm going to get some smaller gravels, and I'm just going to tuck that in there. There. You see? So it's very easy to do all different kinds. Let's say I want a big piece of moss here. Big piece of moss. I'm just going to squish it down into the substrate and get more gravels. There. And tuck that around there. So you can really see the difference in this, what you can do with the different sizes and shapes of gravels. So another big piece here. Let's have it sticking out, because this one's going that way. I want this one to go this way. Make it interesting. Give it texture. Give it a different look. So, and then I want to put this under here, like that, and have it sort of growing around that rock there. So I'm going to mold the moss around that, and then I'm going to get some substrate and cover up its roots, and then get some smaller gravels again and just cover that there. You know, let's put a bigger piece, with an interesting shape right there. You see, so as you can see, this is a very easy thing to do. You can do it on a large scale, and you can do it on a very small scale if you're interested in doing a very small terrarium, even inside a jam jar. Some people do it inside a jam jar, and you can just have it on your desk in full light, because this is a full light moss. Alright, and just spray it once a day, because it's a very, very easy moss to grow and propagate and have. So there you go. I hope that it was sort of easy to understand. This moss is Alpine Rock-moss. Andreaea alpina, and you can find this moss on our little Etsy shop. I'll put the address, the web address, and you can go and see all our 50 species in our little Etsy shop. There you go. So thank you for watching. This was the Bryophyta nursery. Subscribe if you wish. Lots of videos to come. Lots of videos already up. Like if you like, and take care, and speak to you again soon. Take care. Bye.